Today we are here as part of the technical session which will deal with equity in early years. Now, before we get started with that particular topic, I will, and please allow me to set the context for this particular conversation. If I may stand and interact with you for a few minutes and then let it go to the panelists. Today, we have to look at the proceedings here in three different contexts. First of all, let me take this opportunity and also gratitude to express my heartfelt thanks and best wishes to BrainFeed and ET Tech for bringing all of us together consistently. I think the operating word for all of us is consistently. And as today's guest, Sri V.V. Lakshminarayana Garu said, and that's the second context we need to look at, is every time we come, we end up learning. In his speech, he kind of ripped the band-aid on the most pressing issue, which all of us deep down in our heart have, is about where are we going with respect to the competition in the market. Competitiveness is very, very good, and that is a celebrated fact from time immemorial in Indian education. But where are we going ahead with competition? And that is creating more of a hurdle than an enabler for our own children. Next is Madam, her session on the one word, which is empathy. And I think we can speak hours and days about how empathy is the fundamental cornerstone for any activity, because human being is a great combination of logic and emotion. Empathy is the only requirement to become a great leader. It's the first and foremost, because at the end of the day, your AI or your multiple technological advents can only get the work done, but the people who are involved will connect only through empathy. In a very good book, which one of the most favorite books I have is called Made to Stick. And one line which kind of stuck to me from that book is, people always buy people first and then they buy from the people. So we all know we do things because we like the person who is telling us to do it. We connect, we resonate, we at a very emotional level and a deep down level, we kind of associate ourselves with that person, and then rest everything follows. I'm reminded of the story of Gandhiji when a mother takes her son, and says, Bapu, tell him to give up sugar. And Bapu says very, very softly and very, very humbly, he says, get back to me after a week. Mother did not understand the context of that 7-day break. He said, Bapu, you keep going around the whole country and giving call for freedom. You just cannot tell my young boy to give up on sugar. Bapu said, come back after 7 days. And then we know the story when the mother brings back the son. In the same simplicity and humbleness, Bapu looks at the boy and says, give up on sugar. Mother was perplexed. Can you not do this, or could you not have done this a week ago? You wasted a lot of time. The mother's anxiety to make the boy get back onto the track. But then Bapu said, back then, my dear lady, by dear mother, I was also not able to give up on sugar. First, I implemented it upon myself. And after 7 days, I have the moral courage to tell the boy to give up on sugar. I think action, for that matter, speaks louder than words. Coming to the context, equity in education, I have two great professionals, intellectuals who will be talking, and the way we will modulate this is each one of them will present their thoughts in front of you for 7 to 9 minutes. Through the presentation or without the presentation, it's up to them. And then we come back where you all can interact, and we would really want the whole conversation to be both sides. We want your questions or your comments, and clarifications can come from both sides. Without much delay, I will jump into this. But if I have to give you a hook to look at this particular conversation, let me leave you with this hook. It seems there was a sadhu who came to the bank of the river with an intention to cross the river on the other side. He found a boatman and he requested him, "Can you take me across?" The boatman said, "Happily." And then Sadhu got onto the boat and they started. Around quarter mark to the destination, the Sadhu requested or questioned the boatman saying, "Have you studied Vedas?" So the boatman said, "No, I haven't." Sadhu commented, 25% of your life is gone, waste. Further, now boatman is suddenly feeling guilty. Halfway mark, again, the Sadhu interrupted and said, "At least Upanishads?" Boatman said, "No." So again, the Sadhu said, 50% of your life is wasted. 75%, now you can predict. Again, the Sadhu said, "Forget about Vedas, forget about Upanishads. At least have you studied Bhagavad Gita?" Boatman said, "Mahaprabhu, please leave me. I have not studied any of this." 75% of your life is gone. By this time, something went wrong. Water started filling into the boat and the boat started going down. The boatman turns back to the Sadhu and says, "I don't know Vedas, I don't know Upanishads, I have not studied Bhagavad Gita. Do you know swimming?" Sadhu says, "No." Says, "God save you, 100% of your life is gone," and he jumps and he swims across. Why am I giving you this? All of you are intelligent enough, all of you are educators. Equity is not equal to equality. Equity is not equality, and we end up thinking that everybody is alike, everybody should be given the same access. Yes, that is fine. One of the fundamental things which went wrong in the right to education is thinking equity is equal to equality. I think I'll set the context at that level and then hand it over to the experts here. Let them take it forward. Over to you.
Like to stand and talk? Can I have this, sir? So I'm Pooja Jha Nair, deadly combination, Pakka Bihari, born and brought up in Delhi, got married to a Malayali, settled in Andhra, which became Telangana. Lakshmi Narayan sir, you have to include me in your fans club. It was a wonderful speech, mind-blowing, too good, sir. Your knowledge has almost, swayed me to think about multiple aspects. But let me take you to a different world altogether. And I am here to talk about my children. Okay? So we all are here talking about neurotypical, but I want to bring your attention that when we say equity is not equal to equality, we all have to remember that the present era has given birth to many children who are not neurotypical. Yes, I'm talking about neurodiversity, and you know that nowadays teaching is no more an easy job. Do you agree? Yes, I belong to a family where from my mom's and from dad's generation, last 7 generations, we are into teaching. So if you will take my blood, only teaching will come out. Okay? But I heard them saying that no more teacher is a teacher, and I could see the pain for what they were talking about. Next slide. Or if you can give me, then I can handle. No, go to the next one. Because we have less time, we will try to come to the main topics. By the way, who all are sitting in our classroom? Let's go through that in 2 quick minutes. We have children who are neurotypical, and thank God, still their number is high. Otherwise, teachers would have some uprooted hair already. Second most common category which is sitting in our classroom is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Very difficult to handle. They are the one who may correct you. Teacher, you wrote it wrong. Teacher, don't you know this also? Yesterday I have checked on AI and this was there. ChatGPT can teach better than you. ADHD, no inhibition, can't sit at one place. Very fast rate of speech, but maybe the quality may compromise. We have children who are also having intellectual disability sitting in our classroom. Yes, please don't think that all cases of ID, they look so dull that they can't learn anything. No, they can. In fact, some of them, they are coming up to grade 5, and after that, all the alarms would start ringing. Teacher would say, your child is not coping up. Please look for some other school, special education, and all the stories would begin. SLD, the second one, children who are brilliant, very intelligent, but yet not able to do any correct spellings, or they are not able to read. But sir, when Lakshminarayan sir was quoting that, our ASAR report says that fifth grader is not able to read at grade 2, please don't call them children with dyslexia. Don't think like that. They are only because of poor exposure or faulty teaching processes. We have one more category sitting in our classrooms, borderline intelligence. IQ is just a little below average, very good in reading, very good in writing, very disciplined, obedient. Then what's the problem? Can't comprehend. Cannot comprehend what they read or what did they write. Another category which gets undiagnosed very, very easily. Emotional behavior disorder, Chinu ma'am has already covered that. Anxiety disorders are sitting. These are the one who don't want to accept any failure. They get tensed very easily. They are the one who would like to shoot a mosquito with AK-47. Yeah, we have these children. Epilepsy, please, we have multiple children having epilepsy. And we are not the one who will treat epilepsy, but yes, the after effect of that, poor writing, unwillingness to writing, attention problem are very common when the child is having this condition. Social pragmatic disorder, great hardware over here, but the software is not developed. These children, they are not able to gather the experiences the way me and you, we are able to gather. Like I knew that if I liked his lecture, his talk, I can appreciate him. But this particular child is not able to gather the experience in this way. They are very direct. They may just tell you right on your face, Sonal ma'am, you have become fat now. Please don't eat more. They are too straightforward. They don't know how to quote, how to manipulate and stay in a social relationship. Autism is spectrum disorder. I don't think I even have to talk about it. I don't know what one category which is gaining, lot of publicity. Maybe genuinely the prevalence rate is increasing, but I have my side of the stories for that. Challenges are there for having this equity in education. They all are coming to our school system, but our schools, they don't know how to deal with them, how to manage them. Principal or even the policy maker may say, give the admission. Right for Education Act says give admission. This child comes into the classroom and now he is doing all sorts of behavior, crying, pulling things. And poor teacher doesn't even know what has to be done with them. Do you think inclusion can happen? Do you think inclusion can happen? No, it cannot. We don't know how to bridge between school and the child. We don't know sometimes even differential diagnosis. A child would have some condition and professional would diagnose with something very different and send the child to the school system. Family and their dynamics, who will guide the teacher, who is going to guide the peer group. I am a so-called normal child. How should I know how I'm supposed to deal with this other kid? Will the passion alone be enough? Only this particular attitude with me, oh, I have to do something for these children. Will that be really enough? No. Skills are really, really important. Few things which I can tell in this time frame. Please, first thing is, all the teachers should have the framework of diagnosis. I'm not telling that you can go ahead and do the diagnosis, but you should know the framework. Sir called all of you doctors, but I call all of you human engineers. You guys are the one who make anything. But trust me, you can be the one who may break also everything. So, human engineers must know how this mind, how this software is actually working. Make a plan of action and kindly decide who is going to execute, who is going to monitor. Sometimes we don't need rocket science in inclusion. Very simple steps, but just one point, who is going to monitor every second month, who is going to check, is more than enough to keep things straight. Interventions do not happen only in clinics. They happen at home and in school. We get now new concept of shadow teacher. A shadow teacher comes and now the teacher thinks, mera headache khatam. Now the shadow teacher will take care of this particular child. No. Shadow teacher should be only for a very temporary time. We need to ensure that this child is also heading towards some amount of independence if we really want inclusion to happen. Please, if you want any school to do this, you have to ensure that you need to equip the teacher first. You need to learn about very basic concepts of social stories. Please Google Baba के पास सब कुछ है. Ask, प्रार्थना कीजिए, सब मिल जाएगा. All the teachers must know what is social story, what is visual timetable, what is theory of mind, which gives the perspective for others. And please let me also add, theory of mind is not only for children with special needs or diverse learners, it is also applicable to all so-called regular and neurotypical children, because perspective taking is not happening nowadays. Do not leave children just with some therapy. Kindly do follow up. Even in your classroom setup, please do the follow up. I want to quickly tell you about our hero who came to us at that age. Many years therapies have gone in, and I'm so proud that he's in Meridian School right now. He's in 9th grade, by the way. It's so beautiful to see that he has his friends. He is able to do many things. Yes, I can't deny we have certain challenges. Other boys will go and tell that girl I love you. Poor fellow will go and say, and then he will be in trouble. We are still teaching him what is manipulation, how he should not be taken granted by others. We are trying to teach that. I'm not running these videos, please, because we have one more gentleman whom I want you to listen. Okay, the audio is not working. Meet Mr. Ritwik. Mr. Ritwik is assistant professor in ISB, by the way, Indian School of
As a
Business.
kid, I was diagnosed with high levels of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and this posed a very big challenge for my schooling life. Um, in retrospect, I do think that having systems in place at a school which was more inclusive and appreciated neurodiversity could have created a psychologically safe environment for me. Uh, I had to learn a lot of skills on myself by the guidance of my mentors, Ragesh sir and Pooja ma'am. But I do think if neurodiverse kids could have the opportunity to actually learn these skills in an inclusive environment, which is psychologically safe again, it would help them harness and tap their abilities.
We will listen to him some other time. But why I wanted to show you Ritwik, though as a psychologist or let's say as a doctor, somebody could make him pay attention better. He has a successful career. He's the breadwinner for his whole family. Very proud. But how pathetic. Till date, I'm not able to take away his anxiety from him. Why? He says, the way I was treated in the school system, that gives me still the horror show in my dream. I'm not able to feel confident at some point of time, Pooja aunty, and I feel that I can never become. Who will get back to that particular time? Who can undo those kind of things? I think you all sitting over here can take certain initiatives and give these children what they deserve. Please, I want to end with just one notion. It's not that we have to give them everything at the cost of the learning of so-called neurotypical children. They have not done anything wrong. God has given them good intelligence. They are so-called regular kids. They are so-called normal kids. Give them definitely what they deserve. But 20%, just 20%, if we can pay attention to these children, they can have major contribution to our society, to our economy. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I think without much delay, we will go to Dr. Sheethal, and after that, we come back to you and we'll have the open interaction.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Everybody is sleeping. Everybody is sleeping. This is my regular exercise. This is called as the breakfast exercise. Have you had a breakfast? Okay, let's see the gentlemen in the room. Good morning, gentlemen. They didn't eat breakfast. Okay, let's hear it out from the ladies. Good morning, ladies. Very good. Okay, now I know that how many of them will pay attention to what I listen or what I say, right? Will you pay attention? Yes? Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am, for setting up this context. And of course, you have gone in depth into how neurodiversified children are there into our system, and then they need to be included and how they need to be included. First of all, why are we talking about equity? Exclusion is there, and that's why we are talking about inclusion, isn't it? Why did we exclude them? Who excluded them? Isn't it? Isn't it a valid question? Yes or no? So do we have a right to exclude them? No, right? Of course, ma'am, of course, you have driven too much, of course, into neurodiversified. I would like to also put across a little context that we have children who are neurotypical but have different learning styles. Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes? Ladies? Very good. Okay. So what are the different learning styles? What all you have seen? Have you seen visual learners? They just want to see something and then they want to learn. Yes or no? Picture books. They have videos. They learn from, rhymes, which is playing on the screen sometimes from the books. While they're looking at the pictures, they don't read. They just look at the pictures. Flashcards, right? They look at you, what action you're doing, right? So they learn through visual inputs. We also have another category of learner called as auditory learners. You know this? Auditory learners? Those who listen and they learn, right? They don't read too much, but of course they learn from your auditory inputs. That what teacher is telling me, I'll pay attention and they will learn from it. They learn from rhymes, right? There's another set of learner called as kinesthetic learner. Anyone knows about it? Kinesthetic? They touch, they feel, they just want to kind of run, and they learn while they are in motion. Right? And there is another set of learner which is called as the R category, which is the reading category. They learn from the books. Right? They would love reading books. They would be in the library. They would want to pick up new books. They want to feel the new books. They would want to kind of have those books with them to cherish and to learn from that. This whole category which we talked about is called as VARK. VARK. Visual, auditory, reading, and kinesthetic. So you will be having, every class I'm sure would be having different kind of learner. Right? Yes or no? Do you agree? Now, what is the school made up of? Any answers? Children, teachers, but majority is children. So is it right if I say that the school is for the children, by the children, and of the children? Yes? Is it right? Will I be right on my statement? Yes or no? Perfect. But are our schools ready to have these diversified learners? Are our teachers ready to have these diversified learners? Right? We exclude them because we are not capable. Isn't it? So why don't we start working on something which the children will start learning from, rather than teacher directed? Why doesn't it happen that it becomes child directed and child start learning from his or her own experience and you expose? So here I would put it, equity is equal to exposure and experience. Would it be wrong if I put it this way? Ladies? Okay, gentlemen now. Okay, gentlemen? Okay. I was really impressed when, of course, I was really thrilled when Sir said that mother tongue is so much not given importance. Please believe me, a child is going to be feeling equal and a part of the classroom if we start speaking to the child with the mother tongue. Do you agree? Right? But at the same point of time, having diversified learning styles is something which we definitely need to have in our classrooms. Sensorial learning, has anybody heard about it? Learning through senses. At early years, children learn through senses. How many senses are there? 5? Right? I'll add on one more. So what are the 5 senses, if people in the audience can tell me? All of them are sleeping. Visual, touch, taste, so smell, hearing, seeing, touch, and taste, right? Now, if I say there are 3 more categories, which is vestibular, proprioceptory, and interoceptory, I would give you this as a homework. Okay? All of you have to go back and ask Google Baba about these 3 senses. Because if you do not, you will not be able to have a diversified classroom. So the 3 senses which I added are vestibular, proprioceptory, and interoceptory.
And all others would start only after the birth appropriately. So what ma'am is saying is very important. Know about vestibular, proprioception, and also interoception, because they are the basic for learning. They are going to give you the input.
So do you think that children will learn if we use senses? Yes? Can you start using senses? Can somebody give me any example of doing any sensorial activities inside the class? And through which children are learning? Sand play, very good. What else? Backbenchers? Water play? Okay, there are a lot of things which is of course coming in. I would actually end my thing with a small activity so that all of you understand that how we start utilizing senses and still start letting the children, explore education as well. They keep learning and playing, and, all these things can be included. Okay? So when I say 1, you have to snap, right? When I say 2, you will have to clap. Okay? When I say 3, you will have to pat your lap, right? When I say 4, you'll have to stamp your feet. Okay? Got it? Ready? Okay, 1. All of you together. 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now let's do it backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. 1, 3. 1, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 4. 1, 4. 1, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 2. 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Very good. Did you learn forward counting? Did you learn backward counting? Right? Did you learn rhythm? Right? You learned pattern. Very good. You learned odd numbers. You learned even numbers. You learned skip counting. Isn't it? Did you learn everything? Was it kinesthetic? Did you use your senses? Right? So would diversified classroom need these kind of activities? So you'll have to start thinking out of the box, right? Rather than just getting inside worksheets. It's always better that we start thinking out of the box, involve senses into early years education to bring equity in early years. Whether it is neurodiversified or neurotypical, I think all of us needs the way we learn, right? I can't learn without using my motor, right? So hence every child should be given equal opportunity to learn through their own ways and not just the way it is being prescribed. Am I right? So do you take an oath? Yes? Let's take an oath. Paka? So we will have all kind of opportunities given to our children so that they learn and grow. We promise to nurture them. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much. I think as I said, action speaks louder than words. The rhythm activity proved it and drilled it to all of us that each one of us are different in our way of learning. And we also got both theoretical as well as practical information to carry back to achieve equity in early years. We have around 5-6 minutes left on the clock, so I will keep it really quick. I'll start with one question to both of you, and then we will open it for all of us. My simple question is, yes, you gave us all the information and also the reality of how the current environment is. Give us something which we can take back and implement in our schools, because we know the problem, we know the reality, but what is that one or two things which we can walk back today and implement in our lives? So from your side and also from your side.
Even if you don't have any kind of diagnostic report or any psychologist paper, please be a great observer. And I always say a mom can take care of maybe maximum 2 children in the present era, but a teacher can take care or can be the mom to 28 in a class. She knows the nerve of each child. Kindly use that particular instinct of yours, observe, don't do random observation. Please do something called ABC analysis. What happens before the behavior? What happens after the behavior? If you want to manage a child's problem behavior in the classroom, I'm talking about all children, not only my children, okay? Now, this particular observation will tell you what is maintaining. Is it that the child is doing a problem behavior to seek attention? then ignore. Ignore. Very powerful tool. Don't address everything. Children, they are waiting for you to address. They will double and triple their occurrence of problem behavior. Is it happening for something which they are crying for, like a toy or something tangible? Then do not give them until they have performed. Give a small target, perform, and then give them that particular same reward as a reward. Salary should not come before the job is done. Please remember that children are too good in it. Too good. Mama, आप पहले मुझे दे दो फिर मैं कर लूँगा. Mama, please. Mama, please. Teacher, please. I will definitely do. Can I go now and play? Children, they know how to attract you for that. So tangible. Don't give them until the job is not done. Is it a skill deficit? Child is throwing any problem behavior because he doesn't know how to do it. Teach them the skill. Don't compromise on that. Is it escape? By doing this problem behavior, child is getting escaped from the target behavior. You ask them to read, and now the child is standing and after 5 minutes, what you will do? Sit down. You read. That's what the child was waiting for. Don't let them get escape. Okay? Behavior modification is easy if you are little smart to know what is maintaining the target behavior constantly. Second, and a very quick remedy, please use visual timetables for those small toddlers who do not know how to have a routine in their life. These things are easily available on Amazon. Ideas are plenty. You make so many teaching learning material. Kindly make one for my children also, and that would be really useful. Just direct them. Go check what is next. Oh, wow, you have some clay activity. Let's go take the clay and sit. Children with autism, they become very upset because they don't know what is next. They are not able to predict. That is going to be very helpful. Sir, I can talk long on it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. But whatever you said is very helpful and we are going back enriched. Over to you.
I think I'll sum it up with love philosophy. Okay? It's an acronym. L stands for look and listen. Right? Keep your eyes and ears open. Right? When you're dealing with small, tiny, little 20, 25 mini bombs, walking in and around you, you will have to have your eyes and ears open. Do you all agree? Yes. O stands for observe and obtain information. You need to know the nerve of every child, which kind of learner the child is. If the child is not learning through books and worksheets, what else I can do for the child? That's where we have diversified learning. And if we do not get information, please have probing questions to the parents. Right? Keep talking to the parents so that you start getting information. Right? V stands for versatile. Girls, you have to be versatile. Right? Any teacher inside the classroom, if plan A doesn't work, need to have a plan B, plan C, plan D. Do you all agree? Right? We all need to be thinking versatile and understanding that in an early year, one plan is never enough. Right? And last but not the least, which is the most important thing, E, which is empathy. Understanding children emotionally, what they feel at any point of time is very important to understand and give them equity inside the classroom. So if you have these 4 things in place, I'm sure that you're going to be having amazingly running sessions. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you. So very quickly, I think the mic is there at the audience. So anybody has any question for the panelists, we will take a couple of questions. Yeah. So we have there the gentleman in the suit. Yeah, Rishi.
This question is to both the experts and Chandra, to you as well. Probably something just popped in my head when I was listening to the proprioceptory and interoceptory methods. Earlier in Vedic era, all the learning was auditory and everybody turned out to be Brahmins. very likely the kinesthetic learners very likely became Kshatriyas at that time. Many parents, because we look at outcome that the parents want, and everybody wants mera bachcha ye ban jaye, mera bachcha ye ban jaye. Based on the learning style, can schools start recommending to parents that, hey, this is your child's learning style and this is what he should try? That will ease a lot of pain. Your opinion, experts.
Absolutely. In fact, something which we call it as, I'm sure that you all would have heard about this, Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence approach. Now, there's a lot of assessment cards which are generally based on Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence, that how a child is doing in his or her own unique way, right? And how that can be pursued as a career. Now, if at all, Sachin Tendulkar would have been given a choice to sing, and Lata Mangeshkar would have been, you know, so everybody, of course, has their learning styles, and if it is nurtured well, both putting together the school and the parent community, I'm sure that the learning and the whole way the child is nurtured is going to be phenomenally well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we will, with that, come to the end of this. The time is already up on the monitor for us, and we will be available here. We can have more conversations across. Yes, sir. I cannot deny that.
I mean, whether teachers are given this type of training in the B.Ed and other courses, but also I keep visiting many housing societies and all. Many mothers, they keep complaining about their children. So whether a thing can be given to the mothers also. And also in Maharashtra, what I have seen is every school has a special educator there. Yeah, I don't know whether in Telangana it is there or elsewhere. So many of the things are tackled by them because it becomes very difficult for a regular teacher to look into all these things. So whenever an abnormality or any observation is there, then these special educators, they come and they do the remedials and then they will put them into the regular stream. That's how I feel. Yeah, this especially the teachers training, I think this component should be there in B.Ed education. I think it should have more classes. Yeah. Started. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I think one thing I'll respond to is what sir made an observation with respect to the housing societies. Sir, in the housing societies or even in the schools today, the bigger challenge, if I may use this opportunity to share it among the people, and I'm sure all of you will resonate, is schools typically end by 3:15 or 3:30 in the cities. From 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, it's become like another timetable. Like you spoke about parallel schooling. Now it is parallel timetable which is managed by the families. From coding to karate, life has reduced to be a timetable for the children. And that is where the anxiety is setting in more, because again, next day morning, if the child is coming back to the school, at the end of the day, forget about defining or determining the learning style. The child is not even able to learn. Forget about styling. What kind of learning or what kind. So that is another aspect. Maybe in the future, we will explore that. But thank you once again for all of you for your participation. And thank you, panelists, for your insights. Thank you.